Welcome back to my channel, Miranda's Tarot. I am Miranda, and today I'm going to do a pick a card reading that is really about career reflection. This will be a reading that kind of gives you more clarity on work and career matters. This is kind of a reading that you may use when you're at a crossroads with your career and what to do next. So it's basically designed to give you some clarity on some questions that you may have about your career path. So let me just take a minute. Thank you to my subscribers. I do appreciate you guys. If you have not subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. Like this if you like the reading, if it resonates for you. And again, if it doesn't resonate, don't try to make it fit. And make sure that you do subscribe so you never miss a reading. So let me go ahead and pull 3 cards. Just think about your career and what you're working towards. So this is about career reflection, and this is designed to give you clarity if you're at a crossroads with your career. So let's get 3 cards, and you'll choose the card that you're most drawn to. So we will take this one. This one, and let's take this one. So we have, first off, the Law of Correspondence. See life as the ultimate mirror guiding you to the highest version of yourself. And then we have the Law of Correlation. Witness the boomerang effect of your beliefs and actions. And then we have the Law of Power. Remember the truth of who you are. So go ahead and focus on these cards. Choose which one you are drawn to. I will put the timestamps in the description and comment box below so you can skip ahead to your reading. I'll give you a moment to focus, and I will see you in your reading. Hi there. If you chose the Law of Correspondence, this is your reading. So the Law of Correspondence is saying, see life as the ultimate mirror guiding you to the highest version of yourself. So there's this energy with this card that's really talking about identifying any sort of limiting beliefs so that you can let them go. So these limiting beliefs may be something of, I'm stuck here, I can't do this, this will never get done, I don't have time for things. But this card it does have this energy about keeping the faith and basically going through some sort of quantum shift when you recognize these things and figure out how to let them go so that you can basically be the highest version of yourself. It's also kind of reminding you or asking you basically, you reap what you sow in a way. So let me go ahead and place this over here, and let's go ahead and pull some cards to clarify this energy that is talking about some sort of self-limiting beliefs that you might have in regards to your career. And it might be some of this energy of, I'm never gonna reach a certain level, I'm never gonna have time for myself. So it does kind of feel like there's a difficulty with work-life balance. So let's go ahead and pull the cards and see what we have here. What does my group number 1 need to know about their career and regarding the Law of Correspondence? So we have the World, King of Cups, High Priestess, Priestess, Ten of Swords, Three of Swords, the Eight of Swords, Justice, and the Chariot. So let's go ahead and see what's going on here. So this to me feels like you're in a position at your work. It almost feels like maybe you're in a position of leadership, or you're in a senior role, manager, something of that nature. And it's almost like you have to spend a lot of time setting aside your emotions to make sure things get done. And it says that you're actually very good at this job, even almost like you have an instinct for this. You have an instinct for what you are doing. But it almost feels, in a sense, that you have limited resources to help grow what you do in your career or help further your path. There's kind of this sense here of you might be at a crossroads with your career because you feel like you have limited resources, or there is this energy here where you have done all you can do there, and now it is basically like you're going through the motions, so to speak. It's saying that basically what you're going through right now is difficult. It feels like growing pains. It feels like this is an opportunity for you to learn and grow. But it almost feels like you're hesitating, like, hey, I put in a lot of work here. I don't necessarily want to leave. I don't necessarily want things to change. But what I do want to change is the fact that I feel like nothing is growing here for me because I have limited resources. And it is asking you in regards to your career to realize what is going on inside of you. Realize your own inner truth. It does say that basically the decisions that you make in regards to your career are going to have a ripple effect. But it almost feels like your mind and your heart are kind of going back and forth about things, because I do feel like you love what you do, but it feels like you need to grow, but there are limited resources there to help you further your career. This does kind of say that you need to get your thoughts and your emotions in line to help drive things forward for yourself in a positive way. And it almost feels like you're going to try to move forward with things, working with two different things. So it almost feels like here there's this sense of you don't want to give up your career, but you may add something on the side to further your prosperity. And that may come into play with this energy here of self-limiting beliefs. I need to do something to create a change, but I'm not sure if I have the time. I'm not sure if I can do this. To me, it feels like once you release those self-limiting beliefs and you actually embrace this change, you are going to find that you are no longer feeling stuck in what you are doing. You will actually find that you are making forward progress in your life, and it feels good, you know? So let me go ahead and pull one more oracle to kind of sum up this career reflection. What does my group 1 need to know in regards to their career? So we have to be fair. And again, this to be fair energy kind of, obviously there's this justice card here that is out here twice. So there is this energy here regarding balance, trusting your inner truth, going with what you know to be true to yourself. You know, sometimes it's like you have to embrace what you truly want to do, and you know you want to do it, but you set it aside because you're just worried, I don't have the time, I'm already busy. When am I going to be able to do the things that I want to do to further myself? I have limited resources. But it's basically saying that now is the time. Now is the time for you. It says that justice will prevail and you will be treated accordingly. In all of your affairs, you will be able to negotiate fair settlements. Mutual gains is a gift to you and your partners and colleagues. This is also a good time to square your finances and take stock of how you're compensated for your work. It's basically asking, and there's this feeling here of it asking or talking about negotiations, and make sure that you're being fairly compensated. So maybe this feeling of limited resources is possibly in regards to, look, I love what I do. I have an instinct of doing this, but you're not compensating me for my skills. I love my job. I don't want to give it up. So maybe I will consider doing something on the side to compensate. Or I show most likely you are just going to end up moving on to something better. So I hope you enjoyed this reading. Again, if you like this, hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe so you never miss a reading. And I will see you in the next reading. Hi. If you chose the law of correlation, this is your reading. So the law of correlation, is basically talking about witness the boomerang effect of your beliefs and actions. But it is also kind of talking about, like, if you're not receiving what you want, it might be related to your efforts. And it is asking you to, before you change your career, before you do anything, is to reevaluate your efforts towards your career and what you are doing. So if you are struggling with your career, it could be because in some ways, maybe you love your career, but you're struggling to be motivated towards it because maybe there are things going on in your life that make it hard to solely focus on your career. There's a lot of energy here that is speaking to needing to be confident and brave, but also trust how you're feeling on the inside. I feel like there are obstacles to overcome here, and I do kind of feel like this group, you are achievers. You do measure your life kind of by the goals that you meet, and there's a possibility that you might be a little overloaded right now, and it's like maybe your career is just not in the place that you want it to be because you can't necessarily devote all your efforts to it because of other things going on in your life. So let me go ahead and pull some cards to get some clarity on this. So we have the Three of Swords, the Eight of Swords, Four of Cups, the King of Pentacles, the King of Swords, the Four of Pentacles, Page of Cups, and the Wheel of Fortune. Hopefully these are straight for you guys. Okay, so let me get a sense here. In this group, there's almost this sense here that your career or job is very trying. I mean, it does feel like it's an opportunity to learn and grow, but maybe this is not maybe this career is not all that you thought it would be. And it almost feels like there's this sense here that maybe you feel like you could walk away from this career, but you don't do it because maybe there are a lot of things going on in your life. And then you feel like it's just not the right time. I just need to get through my day. I just need to do what I gotta do. It does say that you are very focused, but you're more so focused on wanting to do something that almost feels like creative. It does kind of feel like in the career that you are in, though, there's the possibility of blessings that are here, but your efforts are elsewhere. They're focused on something else. This is saying that what can help you with your career is basically being really wise about where you invest your time. But it does also kind of feel like there's a struggle to be able to do that. And it's almost feeling like there is someone that you need to talk to in regards to this, but you feel like you just don't want to talk. You don't want to express this. You just want to get through the day, do what you got to do, and go home and do everything you have to do at home. Like there is this sense here of being kind of overwhelmed, a lot on your mind. It is asking you in regards to your career to find a way to be able to focus your mind on what you are doing. It feels like there's very scattered energy here where maybe you are at work, you're focusing on your career, but your mind is elsewhere. And it almost kind of feels like there's this energy here of maybe this isn't the career for you because you have to spend a lot of time just sitting still, and maybe you are more so wanting a career where you move around more, you travel more. But again, there's this feeling here of you haven't done this yet or explored this option yet or made a move because there's just a lot going on in your day-to-day. This is asking you to reflect on the things that you really want to do. These are truly saying that most likely something has to change in regards to your career. It almost feels like your career may not necessarily fit into your day-to-day. And maybe your career did fit in at one point, but things have changed and now there's a struggle that's here. And the cards are saying you need to create your own luck. If you make a change for the better for yourself, you will actually swing things in a positive direction for you in the future. Because it does kind of feel like there's this energy of feeling stuck and needing to make a move, but not necessarily making the move. And it does feel like there's some sort of conversation that needs to happen, but it hasn't happened yet. So let me go ahead and pull another oracle card to get some clarity on this for my group number 2 regarding the law of, oops, too many. We will take this one, chaos and conflict, which essentially is kind of the way it came out. What else came out was milk and honey. So we as a collective are always trying to get to the land of milk and honey, where we have everything we need and everything we could want, right? But this is chaos and conflict. So it does kind of feel like there is this message here of basically circumstances regarding your career are probably a little chaotic, but everything that is happening is supposed to shake you up so that you can find your real path to prosperity. Basically, find your real path to that land of milk and honey. There's this feeling here to be reassured that there is divine purpose in this chaos, and that everything doesn't work is being taken from you, so the truest parts of yourself remain, and you can actually obtain the things that you're wanting. It's basically kind of this shakeup where, in a sense, over time, you will realize that you are not necessarily loving your life right now, but if you make some sort of change, you will love your life later. You will love your career later. You will have prosperity. You will feel, sometimes I have to tell you, there's this energy around that basically is you are not rich until you have something that money cannot buy. And sometimes that is your own inner peace. So I hope you enjoyed this reading. Hit that like button, subscribe so you never miss a reading, and I will see you in the next one. Hi there. So if you chose the Law of Power, remember the truth of who you are, this is your reading. So this energy here with the moon and this person kind of veiled and dressed in black, it does kind of feel like there's some obstacles that are here. You may be in a place in your career where you're actually feeling a little bit disempowered. And it feels like it's time to kind of open your eyes, wake up, and remember who you are and like the power that you have. In a sense, it's kind of like what your higher self desires for you. You need to remember those things. It's asking you kind of to realize that you are a force in your life and that you have the power to make things happen for yourself. And maybe you don't see that right now because maybe in your career you feel a little disempowered. And it feels like you're, in a sense, seeking sanctuary somewhere where you feel secure. But there's been a lot of obstacles, a lot of confusion, a lot of doubts about things. And there is this feeling here, you truly want to protect something that you desire when it comes to your career, but you feel disempowered. More obstacles. Okay, let's keep going. Wow. Okay, so let's get a sense here of what is going on. So it does feel like with this career or this path that you are on, you were really passionate about this when you started. But now you may be getting to a point where you're questioning why you started. Things keep happening. It's because there's a lot of pressure in your career and you're facing more obstacles. It feels like a never-ending battle, and you do the best you can to handle it, but it does feel like it's possibly becoming exhausting. But you started this because you were so passionate about it. And you feel strongly about what you are doing. It's asking you to remember your passion about this job or this career so that you can overcome obstacles. And there is this energy here that's leaning towards what feels like negotiating something, or it's this feeling of balance, like work-life balance, a balance between your passions and your responsibilities. It says that you are actually very good at what you do. You're dependable. Maybe people come to you for answers. People come to you for solutions, and they see you as someone who can solve things. But it kind of talks about like this feeling of like you constantly go back and forth. Like, is this worth it? Is it not worth it? Am I missing opportunities out there? And it leads you to a place where you feel like you need to make a choice. Some of this is time management. Maybe you feel like you don't have, because you're very passionate about this. For some of you, this may be you have your own business outside of a job that you also work. And you might be going back and forth about, is this the time to make a move to give up my corporate job and focus on the job that I love to do, my own business? So it feels like you go back and forth about it, but it is kind of saying like, do not make this move quite yet until you are certain that your own personal business, if this is for you, will provide you with the means that you need to survive and to continue to pay your bills. So don't make any like quick decisions here. It is asking you to take some time and give yourself some clarity about the obstacles that you are facing. I mean, I do see mountains in a lot of these cards. So it does kind of feel like you are facing a lot of obstacles, and it's like you know exactly what you want to do, but it's difficult to get it done. And it almost feels like you need to let go. You need to let go of something, whether it's let go of the business that you're trying to start or let go of your day job. You are getting to a point where you are going back and forth and wanting to choose one or the other. But it is asking you to reflect on things. It is asking for you to realize that the business that maybe you're working on, this entrepreneurial spirit that is here, you have a foundation that is there, but maybe you feel like it's not very solid or strong yet. So you may want to give it a little bit more time before you make a decision to cut anything loose at this point. And it is kind of showing if you do wait for the right time, I'm actually showing what feels like embarking on something new, going after your dreams. And it does show like there is growth and expansion that is here. Some of this does talk about the possibility of travel as well. So maybe right now you're in a job where you feel disempowered because it's the same thing every day, all the time, and you're truly wanting to go after your passions, but even that has been difficult. But it's something that you're passionate about. And I honestly, I believe in this group, most likely you are going to choose your passion, but you're going to choose it when it will meet your needs on a daily basis. So keep doing what you are doing, but also kind of remember who you are. You may be feeling disempowered or discouraged right now. You need to remember your passion and keep doing it, because one day it could be your full-time income. And for those of you, I apologize. And for those of you who don't have like a side business or something that you are doing, this Ace of Swords is here. It's asking you if you are having any ideas right now about things that you could do as a side income or some sort of talent that you have, even if it's social media, things of that nature. It's asking for you to grasp your ideas right now. Write them down, grab a journal, grab a notebook. Anytime you're having an idea of something that you might want to try to do, write it down. You don't have to necessarily plan it all out right now. It's just write the idea down. Keep a journal. So let's go ahead and pull another oracle card to kind of sum up this reading. Let's take this one. Chop wood. So this chop wood card is literally about the everyday stuff, the stuff you do day in, day out. The things that you do that may end up feeling like it is a chore. But this is also this energy of it's time to take small steps rather than large leaps. It's asking you to move focus off your big dream and basically attend to the mundane things that you need to do. You need to focus on the little things that may have piled up while you have been mapping out a greater plan for your life. It's this feeling here of while you're doing all of this, Spirit will have a chance to move mountains for you and set wondrous miracles in motion for you. It's asking you to remain humble and aware of the present. I feel like that's a beautiful message for this group. And it does kind of feel like what was going on here is, you know, sometimes we do have to pay attention to the day-to-day stuff and allow for things to happen in divine timing. So I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. If you like this, hit the like button, subscribe. I'll always appreciate it. And so that way you're notified of my next readings. If this resonated for you, leave it in the comments below. And, I will see you in the next reading.